Welcome to another exciting episode of Bros on Beer, episode number 3, where we discuss fun facts or fun stories that we've seen on the internet, around town, on Twitter, Facebook, anywhere where there's information to be seen. Mm-hmm. I'm Greg. This is my bro Brian. Yep. Got that covered.
Good enough?
It's not good enough.
Yeah.
I'm Greg.
And I'm Brian. And I'm yelling.
You are yelling.
Alright.
Cool. So, first thing we're going to talk about is the iOS 7. This was an exciting update. I couldn't wait to get it done. I was at work when I was able to get that thing pushed through, and it was pretty amazing.
But did you have problems downloading it and then installing it? Because I tried to download it. It wouldn't let me download it for at least the first 2 to 3 hours. And then after the first 2 or 3 hours, it started downloading, and then it just kept on telling me, nope, can't install because it's got to verify. Did you do the same thing?
Yeah, I had the same problem. It downloaded fairly easily. I think that probably took about 20 minutes. But then the installing was a bit cumbersome. But it finally got it done. I didn't have to go home like I initially thought I would, and that I've done in previous phones and in iOS upgrades. Every time I've wanted to get it done, I've always had to go home and do the download and hook it up to my computer and do that whole thing. I did have to do that for my iPad, which...
I heard the iPad took like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
Somebody at work did it, and it took at least 5 hours to install the damn thing.
Well, I have a iPad 2.
Yeah.
And I believe it took 2 hours just to download the thing. And then it took a little bit more time to actually install it onto the iPad.
See, I don't understand why isn't it any different from the iPhone to the iPad? That's kind of...
I don't know. But it was... my iPad hated it. It did not operate properly. It was slow beyond compare. But I think it was because it was trying to download, or it was trying to upgrade or update all of the apps that I had, which I have a ton of apps. So it was going through that whole process. But after that, I mean, it's pretty seamless. I love it for all the features that it has. It has this new feature called AirDrop, which unfortunately is only available if you have iPhone 5 or
Did you
above.
find that out?
I did. I checked the website.
Shit.
Yeah. But it's a feature where you are able to share photos and files and things of that nature. I think you can share like voice memo files if another person has it on.
I feel like that's a big mistake by Apple's behalf, because a lot of other phones already have that situation where you can just share something real quickly.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're not going to allow I wonder, so it's only 5 and up.
It's 5 and up.
That's
4S doesn't have it.
That's bull. I mean, I could care less about Siri, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I just want to ask her stupid questions.
Yeah. Well, now you can ask him stupid questions, because Siri
so it's a guy now?
Siri is a guy.
Or change the name.
Well, it can be a guy or a girl. So, whichever one you're comfortable with.
Pretty soon they're going to allow you to do it like a voiceover, to put the voice on there. And, that'd be actually pretty funny.
That would be cool. I mean, I would like it if we could definitely turn that into like a celebrity's voice or something of that nature. I think that would be pretty cool.
Somebody with an English accent. I
Yes.
just want somebody speaking to me in an English accent. That's all I want.
I would take Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
The way he speaks, his speech pattern is just so ridiculous. I would love it. I would just ask him all kinds of silly questions. Yeah, pretty much.
That'd be perfect when he can't figure it out. He's like,
pretty much.
Sharon! That would be good.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that would be pretty cool. So, but all in all, I think it's a great update. Kind of kills the battery, but there are some tips out there that have come out on how to preserve some of your battery life. And also, this week, the news broke that you will not be able to restore your phone or any device that has 7. You won't be able to restore it back to 6. So once you have 7, you're stuck with it. So
I didn't even know that was an option. I wouldn't have thought that.
Yeah, you can do like a historical restore and go back if you don't like the update. But but other than that, it's great. I love it.
I think one of the things, it was kind of funny because my mom called me on Saturday morning, and both my parents have iPhones, and they have 4 though, which doesn't really matter because they can still get the iOS 7. And my dad's like, I can't find all my apps. I'm like, what are you talking about? You can't find all your apps. Well, I did the update, and now I can't find any of my apps. So I was like, all right. So one of the other features I really loved that I thought was cool was the store. When you go into the store, it shows you everything that you bought now. I mean, it did that in iTunes before, but now it's right there on the phone. Yeah. And so I'm talking to my mom, you know, to my dad pretty much, and I tell him to go to the iTunes store. I go to the store or App Store, whatever, and he brings it up and he's like, oh yeah, I see Google Maps. Clicks on it, you know, open. It says open. You're like, and it open it up. Like, so I have to go there every time? I'm like, no. Yeah. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, okay, you need to try swiping all the way over. Sure enough, since it adds that settings, like I think it adds a couple more icons to your first window, it shifted everything over. Yeah. And it did that on me too, but you know, for those people that miss out on that. The other thing was too that I kind of liked was the multitasking. You know, it was a little confusing at first because I did not know how to close anything. I didn't know how to close anything. Yeah, I was doing the same thing. I was like holding it down.
Yeah, I did that for a long time. It's not doing anything. And then I tried to move it down, which kind of makes sense to me. If I want to get rid of something, I would move it down, not up. But moving it up too works. Well, that's the only way
I just try to hold. I just held my finger there for a long time. It's not shaking. But I do like how you can just kind of scroll through them. Yeah.
It's cool. My brother, he camped out for the 5S. He camped out for the 5S. He got it. Recognizes his thumb. It's pretty cool. That's pretty much the extent of how great the 5S is, in my opinion. I mean, there's really nothing that was too exciting that his phone had that mine doesn't. Because I have a 5 and he has a 5S. So, but you know, that thumb feature is pretty sweet.
It's pretty nice.
And we're brothers, and I couldn't unlock it with my fingers. So clearly, we have different fingerprints.
Again, like I said in the first episode, I would not be able to unlock my own. I don't have fingerprints. They're gone.
That would be a problem.
Yep, I burned them off at birth. I came out of the womb and went, shh.
Nice.
Yep. The other thing I want to talk about, are we done with iPhone?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay. GTA. Grand Theft Auto 5 is amazing. I've been playing it a ton. I think it was like Saturday where I sat down for a good 6 hours and played it for a while. And before that, I played it for 2-3 hours. Amazing. Yeah.
It's a great game. I was definitely surprised by the amount of profanity. I'm not offended by it. It doesn't, change my view of the game. It's still a great game. It was just a lot of just gratuitous cursing, like for no reason. But it was good though. My favorite feature of that entire game is picking up the hookers. So that's definitely something that I did.
So you did it, and now you're done. You're not playing anymore.
I'm a little upset though, because what happened is I picked up the hooker. We found a nice area where no one was around. She charged me like $100. And I think that's pretty cool too now that there's like different options. Yeah. There's like a $30 fee, a $50 fee, and a $100 fee, but it doesn't say exactly what these fees are. And of course, I just paid the $100.
I wonder if they based off that off of like real world averages.
I don't know. That's something I've never.
No.
But yeah. So, but normally in the previous games, what I was able to do is, pay her for her services. She'd get out of my car. I then would get out of my car, kill her, and take my money back. Well, for some reason, this time this is gonna sound horrible. I beat her up, and she just lied there, but no money appeared. So then I shot her in the head. Yeah. She was definitely dead.
She was already dead.
She was definitely dead, but I still got no money. And me firing my gun started some kind of gang war.
Yeah, that happens to me often.
Yeah.
Like, if you shoot your gun, other people are going to shoot back at you.
Yeah, it's
Which
very
it
random.
does kind of, I guess it makes sense. I mean, if other people have a weapon, they're going to be like, why is this person shooting? I'm going to shoot back at them.
I just figured it
Without
was...
any cause.
Yeah. Well, I ran, but I just figured they were shooting at me because she was their favorite hooker.
That might have been, too.
Maybe. I don't know.
Quite possible.
They felt some kind of way.
But everybody has a mind in that game that's just pretty impressive.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, hookers need protection too. So, but other than that, I did go to a strip club because everyone was talking about going to the strip club. I unfortunately did not do this properly. I walked in, I looked around, then I walked into the private room, and there were like 2 guys in there, and they started beating me up. Like all I did was walk in, and they were like, "What are you doing in here?" and started punching me. And unfortunately, this was the first fight I had been in for the game, and I could not figure out which was the action button. So I got,
what do I do?
Yeah, so I basically got killed at the strip club.
Nice. So, well, no better place to die.
Yeah, well,
I guess. Yeah. I went to the strip club and I got kicked out though. I mean, I got too handsy. They threw me out, and immediately I was like, let me try going back in. Yeah. And see if I could just go back in. Mm-hmm. They recognized me. I mean, this was instantly after they recognized me and started beating me up. Oh, no. So I immediately got out of there, ran away. I'm a little concerned that I won't be able to return to the strip club anymore. So
I'm sure it just takes them out. There's some kind
I'd
of
have to buy them or
something. Maybe.
I don't know. It's an amazing game though. Yeah. The missions are really good. I got to play golf yesterday, which is pretty enjoyable, yeah. Huh. And the online isn't out till October 1st, is what they're saying. Mm-hmm. But you can play golf with friends, or tennis, or darts, or just drive around like idiots, or, it sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah. I foresee a lot of missed time and a lot of just doing nothing but playing this game, which is really hard in this season because right now it's new television. Prime time premieres.
Yeah. It's tons of. Yep. Are you any show that you're like really excited about?
I am at this very moment. I'm very, very excited for the series finale of Breaking Bad. I've watched this show pretty much from the beginning, sort of. I definitely missed the first couple seasons, but then I binge watched a lot of them on Netflix, and probably one of the best shows on television.
I've missed them. I haven't watched them. I've been meaning to watch them, but I don't have Netflix. I have Amazon Prime, and they don't have it on. Yeah. But I've been meaning to watch it because everybody says it's an amazing show. It's
a great show. Another show, which actually just ended this previous Sunday, was Dexter. And I have definitely watched that show from the beginning, from the very first episode that came on. I've watched it all the way through. I love the character of Dexter. I was very unhappy with the finale of the show. And I went to Facebook the following day and just said, was anyone else disappointed with the series finale of Dexter?
See, I didn't watch it either, so you're going to ruin it for me.
I'm not going to ruin it for you because I'm not going to tell you what happened, but that goes into the next topic, which is spoilers. Now, a friend of mine decided that it would be a good idea to tell me that, hey, well, it's a good thing that I watched it, but here are the rules for spoilers. Now, for me, I had no idea that there were rules. My general opinion for spoilers are, if you really truly care about this show enough, you probably shouldn't be going on.
You'll ignore.
Yeah. You either don't look at it or you just avoid Facebook and Twitter and all of these other things,
right? Until
you actually see the show. I mean, because if you're not going to watch it live, you clearly don't love the show that much, in my opinion.
No, exactly.
I mean,
or you picked it up later on and you're like just binge watching the whole thing, like you did with Breaking Bad. So,
yeah,
but anyway.
So here are the rules. Because he gave me the rules. And
I wasn't aware there are rules.
Yeah, this is on
specific rules.
Gizmodo.com.
Gizmodo.com.
Yeah.
Gizmodo.
So the first rule is you get 1 week, which basically means if this is a big episode where people are going to be talking about it, you have 7 days to watch this show, and no one should be spoiling this episode for you. So you should be able to Speak freely about how you like the show, and if someone says, "Oh my God, did you watch the show?" you should be able to say, "Wait, that show just came on 2 days ago. I haven't watched it yet. You can't say anything." And everyone is supposed to respect that. This is news to me.
I didn't know there was rules to beginning, so that's another rule to me that
yeah. Second rule is Twitter is off limits. Now
you shouldn't go on Twitter.
You should not go on Twitter, which absolutely makes sense
because people comment on the show.
Twitter, look,
I commented on How I Met Your Mother last night, so it would have screwed it for everybody.
Well, the thing about it is that Twitter, I'm known to live tweet episodes. I will sit there and tweet things that are going on in the show as the show is going on. So, then that just should be common sense. Stay away from Twitter if if it's a big show that you know a ton of people are watching. If your friends are watching and you're not, don't go on Twitter. It's just a bad idea.
Yeah,
I've done it. It's been ruined for me, but it's okay because, again, if I truly loved the show enough, I would have been home watching it.
You would have been watching it right there and then.
Yeah.
If anything, you're on a delay to avoid commercials. If it was a commercial.
Exactly.
Type show.
The next rule, apparently, is if it's off the air, no mercy. So basically, if the show's already ended and, you know...
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, you can talk about it, whatever. At that point, you definitely should have seen the show by that point. And the last rule is, yes, do say spoiler alert.
Agreed.
I get that.
I agree with that.
I get that. You know, if you're talking with people and you know it's a big show and it's literally the day after the show aired, you kind of want to get a feel if the people you're talking to have actually seen the show. But you normally don't walk up to someone and say, "Oh my God, can you believe he died?"
Right. Why would you do that?
Why?
That's just stupid. That's just stupidity right there.
Yeah. So, I don't know. There's a fine line between courtesy and just plain old having a conversation with someone who should have seen the show by this point. So
I had a funny, speaking of spoilers, and I don't have any rules, and I find it's funny that a tech site like of Gizmodo, because I used to go to it a lot, but not anymore, would even have a set of rules for spoilers, because I always thought they were more of a techie type site, but I guess they can do whatever they want to do. But a while back, this was a number of years ago, I found this picture of a t-shirt, right? And I was like, what the hell is this? So I bring it up, and this is prior to me finishing one of the... Yes, I read the Harry Potter books. I read the Harry Potter books. I'm a geek. That is what I did. And right in the middle of this t-shirt on the back, it says, Snape kills Dumbledore. And I was just like, wait, what? I bring this up, and I'm like, what is it? Like, no way, really? So, anyway, that's unrelated to the rules, but yeah, and that was before the movie was even out. So
yeah, it's I don't know, man. Look, I don't know. It's hard because I want to follow a certain rule of etiquette and not ruin the show for everyone. But again, I feel as though if you really truly cared about the show and that show was that important to you that you just didn't want to, you know, be involved in any kind of conversation before you've seen it, then you definitely would not be going on social media sites. It's literally called social media.
Yeah.
And even again, in this instance, I just put up a status. I didn't ruin anything, but, you know, subsequently there were other people who left comments that definitely gave clues as to what happened. I'm not responsible for those.
Don't read it.
Don't read it. Yeah, if you see right now that my status is about Dexter and you haven't seen it.
That's it. I have not seen it. I didn't read your status. And I haven't even seen Dexter, so I haven't read anybody's status. Yeah. But anyway.
So yeah, fair warning, Breaking Bad, don't ruin this last episode for me. Don't ruin it.
Don't ruin.
Yes, please. No.
Alright, it took us a little while to get to our stories, but that's okay. So our first story is coffee versus beer. Which drink makes you more creative? So they did a study, and of course they gave people beer and they gave people coffee, trying to figure out which one made you more creative. Of course, I would rather be the one that's drinking the beer, but you know. So all in all, what they found out was, they found that beer actually does make you more creative, which is not really a shock to anybody. I feel like I've came up with my best ideas while I was drunk.
Yes, I'm not a very creative person at all, but my best ideas have all been born during a period of inebriation.
Yes. Yep. And they were saying that I guess they gave the coffee drinkers and the beer drinkers like something creative test that they had to come up with like 5 ideas. And they gave it to the beer drinkers, they gave it to the coffee drinkers, they came back, and then they like kind of, whoever was doing the testing said, all right, which ones were the better ideas? And sure enough, I guess like 4 out of the 5 came out of the beer drinkers. So go figure. But say drink coffee when you need to be hyper focused. So if you're a financial analyst type situation, drink coffee all the time. Otherwise, drink beer.
Yeah, I don't have the job. I don't have the type of job where I need to be creative. So I try to drink more coffee than beer at work.
Yeah,
that's the goal.
I probably drink too much coffee right now, so I need to cut back.
Well,
if you could drink beer at work, I would.
You are in a creative position, though. They should probably.
They should allow me to drink beer at work. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, you should. You should just.
I need to find a job that lets me do that.
Just close your door and have fun, because you have your own office.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
I'm gonna try to do that next time. So when somebody sees the door closed, you're like, he's drinking beer.
You absolutely should. And if someone knocks, just say you're doing reviews.
You know, I didn't catch that until you actually until it hit me after about a couple seconds. Did you just tell me to drink beer while the door's closed? Good idea. Anyway, moving on. Next story. Not really a story, but a video. It's comedy, quite comical. Morgan Freeman GPS.
In 500 feet, turn left into Del Taco. Get busy eating, get busy dying. In 500 feet, turn right. What is right? What is wrong? Only you can decide. Oh, you missed it. Notice the beautiful palm trees on the corner, planted there in 1947. Uh-oh, we're lost. On your right, you'll see barbed wire. Better lock those doors, Whitey. You're in my hood now. Well, let's play a game called Spot the Prius, or as I call them, douche buggies. Slowly pull your car into this garage. We'll hide out here till the police are gone. You're fucked.
I thought it was pretty funny. Did you not find that funny?
I thought it was hilarious.
Okay.
Just the thought of Morgan Freeman, who's been, I don't know, in his 60s for the past 40 years. I mean, I've never seen a young Morgan Freeman ever.
No, I haven't either. Even his like older movies, he looks the same. Exactly the same.
Yeah. So I think that kind of goes back to what I was saying before. It would be funny to incorporate celebrity voices into everyday things.
Yeah. See, I wanted a GPS that was gangster. I mean, like real gangster. Like, oh shit, you missed the turn, motherfucker. That would be hilarious. I would. So then, when you could turn left, damn it, I mean. So then, at least when you miss the turn, you wouldn't be so upset.
You get a little chuckle.
Yeah.
You'd be intentionally missing turns and things of that nature. So that would be fun.
Yeah. Somebody calling you during a film.
Yeah, I don't know why. They know I'm recording.
Is it your mom?
It's my mom. We're going to move on.
Okay. So moving on. Next story. NBA planning nickname jerseys. I don't know if I like this or not. So basically, instead of putting their last name on the back of their jersey, it's going to say like King James, Black Mamba, Jesus Shuttleworth, The Truth.
Jesus Shuttleworth.
Yeah, that movie's old.
Yeah.
Why,
It was a great movie, though.
It was a good movie. I loved it. However, I loved growing up, Sir Charles Barkley. Sir Charles was awesome. I mean, I like those nicknames, but putting it on the back of the jersey is kind of like, Why?
Well,
You're representing your family on the back of your jersey. You know, that's what...
I'm all for it. And I'm all for it, and this is why. Because then this way, they don't actually have to legally change their name to ridiculous names like Meta World Peace
Or Ocho
Cinco.
Very true.
So, you can just have this name on the back of your jersey, and your fans, you'd probably call you by that name anyway. So, I mean, it's cool.
That was our episode number 3. Join us for next episode, number 4. Of course, we're going up one by one. So. I don't know what we'll have in the next episode. It'll probably be a random guessing game of sorts.
We'll be answering letters from our fans.
Yeah, if you want to give us letters, that's perfect in handwritten form.
Yes.
You can mail them to random email addresses, or not email addresses, but
actual physical addresses.
Physical addresses.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give you my address.
Nor mine.
So you find out the address to send it to, you send it to it, and we'll answer them.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Just
to randomly send out mail to anybody is kind of nice. Like asking them questions.
Nice.
Do you have herpes? Anyhow, we have a Facebook page. You can like it, please, love it, comment on it, but not like last episode, don't shit on it. I said and shit, so I figured I'd correct myself and say, do not shit on our Facebook page. I'd appreciate it.
Oh yeah, don't do that. Yeah. Follow us on Twitter at BrosOnBeer. Follow me on Twitter personally at GPitty19.
And you can follow me on Twitter at Zanmia, XANMIA.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Yes,
we appreciate it.
Watch next episode.
See ya. It's in the can. Because
I mean, be like, Meta! Hey, Meta! I mean, his name's already